That's totally Joe. That's why I'm allowed to say.
We're going to just raise the wine, please. The blessing for the wine. ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. Drink a little bit now. Amen. It's okay. Now I can say the blessing for the bread. ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם, המוציא לחם מן הארץ. Amen.
Thank you very much. Now we invite the father of the bride, Jim Bryant, to the bride-and-groom's table with a message of welcome.
It's great to know I at least have one fan in the world. Hey, I want to start by first of all introducing my beautiful wife, Shelley, and introducing myself. In case you don't know me, my name is Jim Bryant, and we're the parents of Jessica Bryant, the beautiful bride. And I think this is too loud. I want to, first of all, welcome all of you and tell you how much I appreciate everybody coming to celebrate Jessica and Dan's wedding. It's a very exciting event, and we're very, very happy to have you all here, and many of you have come from great distances to get here, so thank you very much for doing that. I want to, yes, you can applaud for everybody. I also want to thank Dan's family for over the last year. We've had great times together where we've shared some holidays, shared some barbecues, and a variety of other events. So you've always made us feel right at home. So thank you very much for that. I get one of the great things about these things is I get to say some things about my daughter as part of the tradition of this thing. I promise, Jessica, I won't try to embarrass you too much. But Jessica has always been a great kid. She was from the very beginning. She was very athletic and did all different kinds of things, and we never really, Jessica was our first child, so we never really knew the difference between where you should be doing certain things at certain ages or not. And Jessica would ride bikes and skateboard like the rest of the kids. Unfortunately, it was like when she was like 2 years old, she was doing these kinds of things. She played on the monkey bars, did all kinds of things. And we had a party for Jessica, and we really hadn't had a party where we invited kids to go to do things. And so we had a skating party. We figured, hey, we'll have a skating party. Jessica knew how to skate. So we have a skating party, and this is in Texas. So you go into a rink. We've invited all these people, all these kids to come. We go out, we have the little celebration and stuff, and then we go out to the skating rink, and Jessica puts on her skates, and she's out there skating around. The only problem, there wasn't another kid in the entire party that knew how to skate. Half the parents didn't know how to skate, and I didn't know how to skate. So it was a disaster for a party. Another story that I want to tell about her athletic prowess is that she, when she was younger, she and I always would throw a ball in the backyard. We'd have hitting practice and do all kinds of things like that. And when we went out to her first tryouts, we've tried out, they have this thing called T-ball, where girls can, all girls can come together and do a tryout. So we take her to tryouts, and we walk out to the field, and I see all these little girls, and they're very pretty. Some of them are sitting there holding their dresses and going like that. One girl had her back to the table, didn't even have her glove on. She was picking flowers in the outfield. And I'm going to say, well, I don't know if Jessica's going to be able to fit in with this group or not. So the coach says, hey, go out and take your position. So Jessica immediately runs out to shortstop. She loved to play shortstop. Runs out to shortstop. And the first thing they do is just try to do some hitting practice. He goes, let's see. He was very gentle, hits a little ground ball to the first girl, and she runs up, doesn't really know what to do with the ball or anything. She didn't even have her glove on at that time. And so he said, throw it back to me, and she just kind of looked at him, didn't do anything. And then he gets up to Jessica, hits a little ball to Jessica. Jessica immediately charges the ball, picks it up, and throws a rocket to first base. Thank God there was an adult over there that caught the ball. If it wasn't, we'd still be paying off lawsuits. As many of them would have been named, I'm sure. Jessica also loved to do things, give insights about Jessica. She loves to build things and do things. You know, I'm surprised she didn't be an engineer, as long as she married an engineer. Close enough, I think, yeah? And one of the things that she would do, you know, it's one of the funny stories that Shelley likes to always tell, is that she would come out, she came out into the garage one day and we just bought her this new bicycle. Well, she had torn the bicycle completely apart. Everything off of it. Bolts were all over the place. It was down to the rim. Of course, Shelley, being the typical mom, what are you doing? You know, you tore this bike all apart. We just bought it for you. Jessica said, I'll take care of it. I'll have it done by dinner. So Shelley goes in the house, calls me, of course. Jessica tore her new bike all apart. You're going to have to put it together when you get home. I pull in the driveway that evening. She had it all back together again. Probably ran better than it did before she took it apart. The other thing about Jessica building, she loved to build decks and things like that. Well, she had to be the youngest kid I ever knew that actually had a tool belt. You know, and she told me she wanted a tool belt, and I said, okay, we'll get you a tool belt, you know. And I was thinking a little Tikes tool belt, you know, with a little plastic hammer. Oh, no, that wasn't good enough for her. She has to have one with a hammer, the nails, the thing. Ryan, you would have been proud of this tool belt. I think that Ryan was here. So it was pretty amazing. One thing, too, that Jessica, you should know about Jessica, is she's very, very organized, very neat, takes care of the things that she has, pays a lot of attention to detail, those kinds of things. And we were going through some things recently I was going through some things in the closet. And I don't know if you guys remember, but you remember in the 80s they had this thing called a Walkman. And it was like first of all it was a tape one, and then they had a DVD thing that would play. CD play, sorry. See, she's even correcting me now. But I see hers, and I see mine. When I look at mine, I have the same one. It's got scratches all over it, the plastic's kind of stained, you know, and the buttons didn't work. I look at Jessica's, it's like it just came out of the box. Brand new, pristine, clear, always taken care of. So that's really part of her personality as well, too. Always taking care of things, always making sure everything's properly done. So I could go on and tell you many more stories about it, but I'm sure there's other people that would like to say a few things about Jessica and Dan as well, too. One thing I would like to say, though, and I'd be remiss if I didn't, is the importance of all of you guys. You've all had a tremendous impact on Jessica and making her the wonderful person she is. So, thank you for that.
Very welcome. If you don't, please raise your glasses. Please remain seated. We will have 2 toasts this evening, so please save some for the second one. First, we have Maid of Honor Danielle Bryant.